Greetings and welcome to
YAS Podcast, formerly known as
YAS a Stripper Podcast.
This is our podcast, all of ours.
A podcast for all sex workers.
In this podcast, we will discuss the ins and outs, ups and downs of our lives and experiences as sex workers. I am your host, Daisy Ducati.
I am your heauxprahs, Gigi Holiday.
I'm your stripper queen from the north, Onyx.
I'm A.M. Davies, and this is YAS Podcast.
Hello and welcome to YAS Podcast. We are here today with Crystal from Cupcake Girls, and I am so excited to talk to her. She is a registered nurse, and we have so much ground to cover today about healthcare as it pertains to sex work and occupational safety. I'm so excited.
Yes, I'm excited too to listen to her. I'm pretty sure she's an expert in the field of sex work and sexual health and health overall because she's a nurse, right? She went to school for that. So
Yes.
I just love that we're getting medical information from a former sex worker. I think that's so cool.
I think it's amazing. I love when we get information from the inside, you know?
Absolutely. She'll know tips and tricks and things that like your normal doctor or nurse won't tell you because they're afraid of us. I'm so excited.
Yeah. This is going to be a good one.
Do you want to bring Crystal in the room?
Yeah, let's get Crystal in here. Yes. Hi, Crystal. How are you today?
Good. How are you, Daisy?
I am doing awesome. So let's start out by telling our listeners a little bit about what you do.
Sure. Let's see. So I did used to be a sex worker. Been in the industry for a while. What I do now, though, I'm just in nursing. I help out sex workers. Just if you guys need a listening ear, I listen in. I'm not gonna give advice unless you guys actually want it. What it'll probably be is, hey, do you want a little bit of advice of what I used to do back in the day? If you don't want it, I'm not going to give it to you. I don't force anything on anyone. The biggest thing I do is I'm just a person that can be accountability for sex workers. So if you tell me, hey, I want to go to school and get that nursing degree, I'm going to say, okay, I'll even tutor you, but I'm going to hold you accountable to where you can get to that goal. And that's basically my job.
That's beautiful and so important. So let's talk about sexual health because it's a big occupational concern. A lot of sex workers are underinsured. What kind of resources are available for people that need like sexual health care or birth control or testing, things like that, and may not have insurance?
So I would say this is a multi-tiered situation. The first thing I would say is where are they located? If they are in Las Vegas, Florida, or Texas, they can use a service called, which I'm going to pull it up, Community. The one here in Las Vegas, I know the physician. She is very safe. Like, she knows all about talent testing. She even said she will do you guys' testing there for free and send it to
That's
pass.
awesome.
So,
Really?
yeah, she was fine with
That's
that.
huge.
Yeah, she's 100% sex worker friendly. I've never met someone so friendly as a physician.
That's amazing. And talent testing can get quite expensive, especially how often.
I remember when I was in, it was like $250, like
Yeah.
every 2 weeks, right? I don't know if it's higher than that now, but
Yeah, that sounds about right.
so CAN Community is in Arlington, Texas, Dallas, Texas. So we have people. I know there's a lot of performers in Texas. I didn't know they were in South Carolina. So that's cool. Florida, you guys are completely covered. They got Fort Lauderdale, downtown Fort Lauderdale, Daytona Beach, Fort Myers, whole area. You guys are covered. Of course, I said Las Vegas. They have Miami as well. They're covered. Orlando. So Florida, you guys are good.
Cool.
Phoenix, you're good there too. Norfolk, Virginia. So that's kind of where you guys can go for there. They take care of a wide range of things. So that not only do they do HIV, STD care, they have a pharmacy there too. You're in Las Vegas and you give my name to CAN, Just tell them you're coming in for testing, and if you need something else, she'll fill it too. So,
Awesome.
and you can go to their pharmacy. So it's not like you guys would be out of a lot of money, and it's like you might not be out of any. If anything, maybe $5.
That's
um,
amazing.
just because they get Title X funding. So Title X is kind of what you're wanting to know about the birth control and things like that. Even though the Tangerine tried to stop the funding, he didn't completely stop it. He only stopped Planned Parenthood. So here's another resource you guys can do. It's called Trust Her. If you're in the Dallas area, if you go there and they actually give you everything you need from birth control to even abortion care. If you're not in that area though, because I know everyone's not, and I'm going for Texas specifically because I've seen a lot of performers down there. You can go to Texas.org. That one, which I want you to know it's safe. Like person in color is the CEO, and you can go there. She's safe. And not to mention, you guys, they do everything for women's health care. When I say everything, I mean everything.
That's awesome.
So if you need to get an abortion, you need to get health care, you need to get just anything. But there is one thing I want to say about abort. You know what? We'll get there. We'll get there. You're asking this probably later.
Yes, we're definitely going to touch on abortion today.
Yeah. Another thing, just for testing, there's a lot of free clinics you guys can also look up. Let me actually give you a resource for that. So this is what I use in the hospital when I'm giving to people. This hasn't been touched yet, but it is the Office of Population Affairs. You can put in your city and state, and it will give you put that in one. So of course, this is for Las Vegas. Did you see how many clinics they have on here?
Oh, that's amazing.
So it tells you all the clinics that do, reproductive health. And let me put in another kind of weird spot. This one has even more for Houston, Texas. And none of these places are going to be affected by any of the Trump stuff or Texas stuff. They're still all safe. So
Cool.
if you go there, all you need to do is say, I need to get care. They'll help you.
That's amazing. I know. In today's world, it's so complicated with all sorts of changing legislation around our healthcare and the funding.
Yeah.
So there's lots of changing laws around abortion. And I know that there are a lot of states that have tried to outlaw abortion. What kind of options are available for people in those states?
Well, first, I actually want to talk about what abortion is because a lot of people don't actually know truly what abortion is. So, of course, we know it's getting rid of a baby, and people think of it as a routine surgical or doing pills. But actually, a miscarriage is an abortion. That is medically, when we're talking about miscarriages, spontaneous abortion. So you could literally have one and not even intentionally have one, and you should not be criminalized for that because I know South Carolina tried that crap, and there's nothing you can do about that. You cannot stop your body from doing that. Now, what I also want to go over is there's something called a molar pregnancy. That's a tumor. So you have to get an abortion to get rid of that. So that's a DNC. We have a DNC that's dilating the cervix and letting, and there are all types of other ways too, but you have to, that's the only way you're going to survive it. You don't survive a molar pregnancy without getting an abortion.
Just to clarify, that's not a fetus. That's
just a tumor. So what it does is it gives off a hormone that we test for. And once we see it, we know it's not a baby. That a baby cannot give off the specific hormone. So it tells us it's a tumor. And the reason I'm going over this is because a lot of people don't know that these are pregnancies that happen. And, they have to have care for these. And then you have your ectopic pregnancies, which we all know about. So, all right, we got over that. All right. So in order to get care, I really wanted to go into Texas because Texas is an issue.
Yeah.
you can still go to Trust Her. They'll help you. For Everybody also gives abortion care. So some of these same sites that I gave you guys before will be able to help. Now, so you can't get that done. Here's
Mhm.
something called the Texas Fund, and it's been working for 11 years. And they
Okay.
actually pay for you to leave and go get your abortion. And they
Oh,
find
wow.
you people to help you along the way. So if you need transportation, you need somewhere to stay, they do this type of work. So another one, now I want to give a caution before I give this one. This one used to be rooted in a space based, but they have now disconnected as of 2022.
Okay.
They are very well funded and they have been around for 45 years. So they
What's it
are
called?
Faith Roots and Reco.org,
Okay.
reproduction action. So they will help you also get access. They have an abortion fund, a very well funded one because I've actually sent people to them. Very awesome. And then they also do policy advocacy, and they've been
Cool.
trying to get abortions legalized everywhere.
Yeah, it's basic healthcare.
At this point, yeah, like as I've already told you, like there's so many different ways that basically our body can fuck us. So another thing I want to talk about is if we're going to talk about abortion, we got to talk about the self-managed abortion through our pill.
Yeah.
The reason I bring this up is because there is one serious side effect that happens with taking these pills, and it is extreme bleeding. So my advice to anyone getting an abortion, just in case, the reason I'm saying this, just in case something could be wrong with your platelet. That's what makes your blood clot. Have someone there with you when you take your pills for the first 48 hours. That is when you have the greatest chance of bleeding out. So go ahead, take your medicine, but also don't take things that are blood thinners. So don't take any aspirin. I know this sounds crazy, but yeah, don't take aspirin. It's going to make you bleed more. Stay away from that. Another thing I really want to touch on is after you get it done, you really need to go see a provider. If you're in Las Vegas, go see that woman I just talked about. If you guys need other providers, you can reach out to me personally. I know plenty of them, but you have to go check and make sure the fetus was fully removed. If not, you can still get an infection and die. And I'm
Oh,
sorry
wow.
I said it that rough, but I need
Yeah.
to let you guys know the gravity of you got to make sure. I know a girl from back in 2019. She had taken the abortion pills and then she got a gnarly infection and went septic. It was like, what the hell's going on? Come to find out, the fetus didn't fully pass. And that is
Oh.
something that can happen. Luckily, got her to the hospital. She's okay now. She lived to tell another story.
Good.
But go get checked out, you guys, afterwards. Please go do it. Within 14 days of taking those pills and finishing your last dose, if you take 2 doses of it, go to the doctor. Make sure, because if you keep that fetus in you and it hasn't fully passed, you might not be able to have children again as well. So if you're in Las Vegas, reach out to me. If you are in California, I have people I know over there as well, and Oregon. I'm working on Texas. So hold off with me, guys.
Huge. What kind of side effects should people be looking out for in those first 48 hours?
The extreme bleeding. If you start getting super dizzy, just super, super dizzy, sit down, check your bleeding. The biggest thing I would say is take one of those, that sounds funny, take a doggy pad and just kind of sit on it and see how long it takes to fill up. If your doggy pad is fully heavy within 3 hours, you might be bleeding a little bit too much. So
Yeah.
one of those, and also look at the characteristics of the blood. Like, is it bright red? Is it dark red? Just write that down because when you go and see your practitioner, that's something that they would like to know. And another thing, if
Okay.
you guys want to be taken seriously, write down everything you are experiencing. Give it to us because we take that more seriously. When you're talking to us about it, we're like, well, she could be lying. But if you took the time to write it down, we're going to believe you.
Good advice.
Yeah. Another thing to look out for is dizziness, if you feel super faint and lightheaded, and if you have unusually serious pain. Now, while you're taking the pills, you're going to have a little bit of pain during the abortion. Sorry, some people do. But if it is unmanageable, go to the ER.
Yeah.
Don't take any aspirin. Don't take any ibuprofen either.
It's the best way to manage the pain.
Naproxen. Naproxen sodium, it comes in 500 milligrams. Naproxen's a good way. I also say non-pharmacological, like arnica gel on you. You really don't want to take too many medications while you're taking your abortion pills.
So just heat and pad, naproxen, keep an eye on the bleeding.
Yeah, that's about it, because the other situations don't happen too often. So those are the ones we normally see.
If someone is in one of these states, like say, for instance, Texas, and they have complications, is there a risk going to receive health care?
Legally, we have to give you health care.
Okay.
We are also mandated reporters. Depending on the nurse you have, like me, I'm not reporting shit. I'm sorry, I'm not. But some nurses will.
Thank you for your service.
You're welcome. The best thing I can say is go on this website I gave you. Let me take a quick look again. For the family planning, go on this website. It's going to tell you which clinics are...
Office of Population Affairs.
Yes.
Okay.
And find their family planning clinic.
Okay.
And type in your city and state, or if you want to put in your address, you can, but I just say city and state. Don't give them extra information. But go through there, and all those abortion clinics will be able to give you service, and you won't have to worry about repercussion. Even though we are mandated reporters when we're outside the hospital, we have a little bit more autonomy.
And it really depends on who you go to, it seems like.
Yeah. Mississippi, I've heard some pretty rough stuff. So if you're there, just don't even go there, you guys, please. Don't. I do not have anything for you there yet. We're working on it within the Cupcake Girls. So, of course, once updates are available, they will be given. And if you guys are ever in a pinch and you need something for us, call or send an email and say you need to get information from the National Crisis Document. Then they'll give you something specifically that will be sex worker safe and that will take you in and not ask questions. So if you want to do a search on your own, I gave you the website. If you want to come to us and ask for the National Crisis Document. I'm telling you that for a specific reason.
Okay. Interesting. Oh, it's a wild time we're living in, that healthcare is such a controversial thing.
Honestly, I feel like I'm fighting the administration, senators, my own freaking governor sometimes because of what's going on. I'm like, I signed up to be a nurse, not to be a political fallout.
But you are really doing some important work these days. It's huge, and I personally appreciate everything that you're doing. Like it's such a scary time, and then like adding the extra layer of being a sex worker and dealing with discrimination, it's hard.
Which I'm working on that, you guys. I also do things in politics to try to help sex workers because I realized if they don't listen to us, but I have 2 letters behind my name which says registered nurse, that they have to listen to me because I'm a public servant. So it makes it a little bit easier for me to go in and actually push things to get things done. Like decriminalization, I'm all for that, just so you guys know. I've been pushing things here in Nevada, trying to make that decriminalized because it's also a healthcare problem. If you guys don't feel safe to come to us, then what the hell are we doing?
For real.
As a way to support our work at YAS Podcast, we created a store, the YAS Store. All of the art in the store is made by sex workers, and all of the profits get shared with sex worker artists. Go to yasstore.shop to get your gear. It's stuff for sex workers, pole dancers, and sex worker allies. 10% of profits are shared with sex worker organizations. It's a great way to support our podcast and sex workers everywhere. That's yasstore.shop.
What kind of advice would you offer to someone looking for like a sex work friendly or at least moderately understanding healthcare provider, like maybe a primary care physician or like a gynecologist or something?
As you look at my handle and that CC on Instagram, I do have a few providers that in Las Vegas are tagged that service us. So
Cool.
But the biggest thing I'm going to say is you're on your own and you don't want any of those options. Go to the website of whoever you're going to go to and look at their About Us. If it says anything about religion in there, or you're seeing like kind of covert language, don't even go there. If they're saying that they accept everyone, you see, oh, here's the biggest tip. Go to anywhere that does HIV testing. That's always going to be a safe spot for sex workers. So if you're somewhere and you see an AHF, a CAM, AHF is another good one. Wherever you are, you have an AHF, go there. All HIV places are 2,000% going to be sex worker friendly because they're already dealing with a marginalized population. Look for whatever provider is dealing with marginalized populations. So if you see LGBTQ disabled, you're going to be safe. I guarantee you, because I have not yet ran into any provider that sees marginalized populations be mean to sex workers, ever.
Cool. That's awesome. So are the faith-based healthcare institutions, do they not even offer HIV testing? Is that what
Yeah, they don't. One of the ones here that I'm not going to say the name because I don't want to get sued. But one of the ones here in Las Vegas, it's been around for a very long time, and does not offer HIV testing. They do abstinence classes, but they don't offer the testing. And I have been criticizing them for a while, and they told me they did not care.
I can't even wrap my head around that. It's basic healthcare once again, and like testing for a condition shouldn't be controversial
at all. And somehow it has become controversial because we have a bunch of idiots up there that pit us against each other. And instead, we need to be looking at class consciousness because it's us against them.
Mm-hmm. Man, we're living in wild times. I can't get over it.
I believe it's called the West Nevada Fund. There's another abortion fund. Let me make sure I got that right before I give you guys the wrong one. But there's another abortion fund that works with the fifth. Here we go. Wild West Access Fund. So you can also talk with them. They're a nonprofit and they fund abortion care here in Nevada because I know it gets expensive, you guys. This is not cheap. So go to them. They'll help you too.
Okay. There's also a site called Plan C. Yeah. Do you recommend going through them?
I do, but I don't. The reason I say that is it can be overwhelming. So you need to know exactly, what are you looking for? Are you trying to get abortion pills before you need them? If so, you want to push 13 weeks or less so that you can get them. And again, so many options. Some of them take insurance, some of them don't. And it's hard to qualify to get free pills sometimes. But it's a good site to use. Just be careful with how much you're taking in. It can overwhelm you.
Yeah. And I've also heard that you can order the pills before you need them. So you can just have them. I think that's pretty great that you can just in case it's there.
And there's multiple types of birth control pills. I mean, birth control. Of course, we know that. Abortion pills, too. Do you know the different types?
I am not super familiar.
So everyone knows about Mr. Prisol. I probably just butchered the hell out of that. I am so sorry. But there's another drug that we also use. I was trying to pull up the name so I can get it for you. So we use Mr. Prisol and the other one, which is Mr. Prisol. They're going on after only one of them, but there are two of them that you should use. The one that I always say, be careful about the bleeding, is the one that ends with the STOL. I'm
Okay.
putting it up here so you guys can kind of see what the ending is. The STOL one. That's the one that'll make you bleed out. But you need it to finish passing the baby. You technically need both of them. You can do it with just the top one, but you
Yeah.
might not completely
So
pass the baby.
I can never pronounce it.
You're fine.
Fibrostone
Yeah.
is that the one that dilates you?
Yes. So one of them is going to dilate and expel. The other one blocks the hormone. You need both.
Okay.
Yeah. So most people only know about, blocking the hormone, which if you are early enough in your pregnancy, you can block the hormone and it'll just pass on its own. But if you are like, let's say 12 weeks, 13 weeks, you're going to need the other one because you now have matter there that you are going to need to help push out.
Okay.
So,
And then other than things like ibuprofen, are there any other like drug interactions that people should know about before?
there are a lot. Let me actually pull up my notes. There's a lot of them. The biggest thing I'm going to say, don't drink alcohol. Be careful if you're on prednisone because it can counteract with prednisone. That's a steroid. See what else. If you're on any HIV drugs, be careful with it. This is going to make you laugh. Grapefruit juice. Don't
Oh yeah.
take it while you're on this. It can make what it'll do is it'll rise the levels of it in your blood, and it can cause serious side effects like extreme bleeding. So do not drink.
Grapefruit juice interacts with everything.
It does. If you take Tums while you're doing this, it's gonna make you have diarrhea.
That's good to know.
Do not take Tums. I don't want y'all going through that. And
Make a rough situation worse.
Yes. And do not take magnesium either. That will also send you to the toilet.
Oh.
So, those are a few things. I know it's a lot. I'm sorry, you guys. But I'd rather you just not go through that because I'm serious. I've seen people take it, come in with hemorrhoids because of how much they're shitting. Like, it's bad.
Oh, no. That's horrible.
A few other drugs I want to just kind of go over. Don't take Valium on this. It's really a bad idea. What it'll basically do is make you overdose on Valium. And remember, that's one of our benzos. So we really don't want to do that. Because if you do that and you're on Valium and you take your abortion pills, you're gonna come see me because you're gonna need an antidote for your overdose.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah. Now I'm not gonna say it happens all the time, but it definitely can happen. So just be careful. If you need to go have an abortion, take the abortion pills, contact your mental health provider so they can adjust your medication so you don't overdose.
Okay.
That's the only one. You're on Xanax or any other stuff, you're fine.
Okay.
And
Good to know.
I'm going to shock you guys, but Zofran. You can't take Zofran on this. So let me explain why. You take Zofran on let me give you the Mr. Pristone, not the other one, only Mr. Pristone. You will have a heart attack.
Oh no.
You will have a heart attack. So don't take Zofran. I know these are all meds. I don't mind giving you guys like a list. So maybe you can leave on your page or something so people know. But yeah, that can definitely cause a heart attack. And if you don't believe me, you can go on drugs.com yourself and look at it.
Yeah, I always recommend anytime you take anything new, just looking it up, because even if you went over it with your prescriber and your pharmacist and everything, sometimes they miss something that you were like, oh yeah, I take this random vitamin that has a problem, or grapefruit juice.
Yeah. See, one thing I do when I'm like discharging or talking to someone, I'm like, hey, what vitamins, minerals, and juices have you been taking along with medication? A lot of providers don't do that. If you guys need help, my handle is at thatcc on Instagram. Reach out to me. I will help you. I will not diagnose you. I will not prescribe anything, but I will direct you where you need to go because I can't diagnose and treat yet. I'm not a nurse practitioner.
Yeah. Interesting. So speaking to the general population of sex workers here, what like one thing would you want to everyone to know related to healthcare and like occupational health? Like what is something that you wish more sex workers knew?
Female condoms. I wish there were more that had female condoms. And I was speaking for full service sex workers here because that's what I do see a lot. And that's what I mean, I was every type of sex worker, but I was full service.
Yeah.
We don't have access to female condoms like that. And they help so much more. Like, you don't have to worry about getting HPV and warts and things because you're wearing those outer protection. Oh, and another thing, all right, this is one of my secrets, you guys. I'm helping y'all out for free. So free game.
All right.
All right. So there's talk-free baby powder. So strippers, when y'all going on stage, when you're putting on your deodorant, put baby powder on afterwards. It's going to seal it in. It's going to keep you from sweating. And on top of that, it makes your scent smell really good. And again, there are baby powder, what they call it body powder now, that are tox-free. So you don't have to worry about that toxic stuff. So that's one thing I'll say, no matter what occupation you're in, from cam girl, because come on now, y'all know it gets hot in there. The stripper to full service girlies, do not put that also, don't put it in your vaginal area. It'll throw off your pH. But you can put it like on your thighs, your armpits. I put it under my boobs, and that's what I used to do to keep from sweating. It smelled really good in the strip club, also with customers. They would love the smell of me when they came in. Yes, of course, I showered afterwards, you guys, but just a little tip that can help you guys. And if you wear perfume, it actually extends the length of your perfume scent, and it boosts your scent. So instead of it being like a 5-mile radius, it might go to like a 10-mile radius or something like that. And your scent will go from being only 8 hours to about 12 hours. So also use it for that reason. I gave y'all one. I'm not giving you any more.
Thank you. So I know when I first started as a sex worker, I really struggled with like keeping vaginal pH in balance and like dealing with all the toys and fingers. And do you have any advice for like really protecting your pH balance?
I do. The first thing, y'all gonna hate this, less baths. Take less baths, take more showers. When you're sitting in that water, you put, bath bombs and all these other things that's messing with your pH. Now this one's going to sound a little crazy. This is something I used to do. Pineapples and strawberries. Eat a good serving, I'd say at least a cup every morning. So when you're going throughout your day, for me, I saw that it kept my pH fine. And I used to work in a brothel, you guys. So it kept my pH fine. I think this should be okay for you guys as well. The last thing I would say is at night, if you guys can just kind of not wear underwear and let it breathe, let everything breathe. You can use the boric acid pills, but I don't always recommend those because some people are just too sensitive for it. But if it works for you, then use it. And the last thing I would say, everyone thinks this only helps with yeast infections and stuff, but cranberry juice also just overall will help with your pH. So if you can't do the pineapple and strawberry every morning, do some cranberry juice every morning. That'll help.
Nice. I like putting it in smoothies. It's really nice. Yeah, that it's so hard being a sex worker trying to like maintain the balance there.
Another thing I'll say, only use water-based lubes. After you finish doing everything, go pee. I'm serious. Don't sit around. Go pee. Because you want to get all that stuff out. And I know some people know this, but some people go pee.
Right after.
Don't collect $200. Like, no, just go ahead.
And I'm gonna add my own 2 cents in here. One thing that changed the game for me is not wearing synthetic panties all day, because I know sometimes our cute little outfits that we order online are like little synthetic panties that don't have, you need like a cotton layer or something that breathes if you're gonna be wearing underwear all day.
That's why I'm like, let it breathe at night. Sleep with no underwear on, you guys. No pants either. Let it breathe. Oh, another thing that'll help your pH. Cut back on fried food. That's going to help your
Oh,
pH because you are what
really?
you eat. A lot of people don't believe this, but I know personally, when I cut back on fried food and processed food, that really helped my pH. So I would recommend doing that. If you know you have a really intensive day coming up, take like a 72-hour break from your processed foods, your fried food. You should be fine.
Mhm. Yep. Such good advice. So is there anything else that you want to share with us today?
I see. The only other thing I really want to share with you guys is just, you guys, please, if you need help, reach out to us. This is a rough time. I know what's going on in the community. Trying my best here in Vegas to help you guys because I'm working in politics as well. But reach out if you need help, okay? We're here to help you. You're not alone, okay? Mental health. If you guys need mental health providers, please reach out to me. I see a provider myself. I know plenty that used to be sex workers that are now providers and mental health. So if you need a list, reach out to me here in Vegas. I got you.
Awesome. Yeah, that's really, really important to have somebody to talk to. Thank
And
you so
Cupcake,
much.
oh,
You are such an angel. You're out there fighting for legislation. You're helping people in real time. Amazing. I so much appreciate what you're doing. And thank you so much for coming to talk to us today. Where can people find more about you?
let's see. I talked you guys' ear off. I'm sorry. I talk too much. Y'all can go ahead and say it.
No, we're
It's
here
shut
to
up.
talk.
So it's at That's DC. So it's THTSCECE. That's
Mhm.
my Instagram. I have a lawyer in here for you guys. Um,
Oh,
so
great.
many different people you can go to. Many different nurses that do yoga and different things. Um, this is a provider that does beauty. So I have many different things in there for you guys. This is a family practice nurse practitioner that also does beauty. She also
Cool.
does reproductive health. So if you guys want to go somewhere that's safe, go to Nursey Cosmetics. She does everything. She even does telehealth. So you can, and she's
Amazing.
licensed in multiple states. So if you guys like are in Illinois or you're in Florida or somewhere like that, you want to reach out to her, she got you.
Amazing. Oh, and one more thing I wanted to ask. Where is a good place for people to find a like preventative HIV treatment? Like
So you're gonna want to
PrEP,
go.
that sort of thing.
So CAM, AHS, they're going to be great
Mhm.
places to go. So of course, your HIV testing centers. I'm gonna be honest. If you do not have insurance, that's where you're gonna want to go. It's gonna be too expensive for you to go anywhere else because dumb fuck defunded everything.
Yep.
Excuse my language.
We know it's such a weird time.
So just go to your
Preventative
HIV.
medication should also not be controversial.
Agreed. So I am not sure about Manpower in Atlanta. I'm still finding out more information about them, you guys, but I've heard they're safe to go to for testing. So you can go there. But stick with AHF and stick with CAN Community. Those two have
Okay.
pharmacies there, so you can get your stuff cheap. Because even if you go to the doctor and get a cheap doctor's visit, you're going to get smacked in the face when you go to the pharmacy. So go to one that's
Yeah.
affiliated with those places.
Okay. Cool. That's good to know. Well, thank you so much. It's been amazing talking to you. Oh, so much good information. I really appreciate it. And thank you for all the work that you do. Like, you are a huge resource for our community.
That's right. And you guys, if there's something you have going on and you are in Nevada, reach out to me and tell me your story. I talk to our legislative branch. I talk to multiple different people who can do something. Speak up, especially right now with housing. I am literally trying to help push bills through our Congress right now to fix this eviction problem. Speak up. Tell me. I can't help you if I don't know.
Thank you so much. Well, it has been amazing.
Thank you for having a big ass mouth.
We love your big ass mouth.
Crystal, that was amazing. I just learned so much. You just blew my mind with all of that information, like the stuff about the abortions and like the pregnancy thing. Like, I'm just like blown away with this information. I'm so excited for people to hear this episode. Thank you so much for all the work you're doing and for coming on the show and sharing it with our audience and with us. I mean, I learned so much. So thank you.
Yeah, I'm here. If you guys ever have any other questions, or if you're in Vegas and you want to talk to me, just reach out. And I do teach a lot of classes, you guys. So if you want to learn about street medic stuff, come to me.
Awesome. You're amazing. You are an angel.
Oh, you know what? I have one more question. If specifically for in-person sex workers, what things would you recommend in-person sex workers have in an emergency medical kit?
Oh, thank God you asked. I definitely say have some ibuprofen. That's okay to have. Of course, Band-Aids and stuff like that. Plan B. This is gonna sound a little bit weird, but so you can take diaper rash cream, and if you have like a rash on your face or anything, or really bad breakouts, you can also use it on your face.
I've heard it used for under eye bags before.
You can also use it if you get like a really, really bad cut. You can put it around the cut to keep it from getting infected. Now, don't put it in the cut, but put it around. It'll keep it also from swelling as much.
Oh.
So you can use that. Actually, I have my worker survivor kit. Very sweet. Okay. If you're around me,
I love that you have it with you.
yeah. If you're around me, I always say saline. The reason I say saline, if you do cocaine or anything like that, or you buy weed from on the street, you're going to need a fentanyl test strip, but you're going to want saline because the water is nasty. So saline will actually give you a real answer, because you might get a false positive, especially if you're in Vegas.
Oh, that makes sense.
So I always say, if you guys forget anything I'm saying, female condoms, saline, and mace. Just bare basics, but if you want to build a bigger kit, which I can teach a class on this if you guys want. Like I said, first aid care, like Band-Aids and stuff like that, the diaper rash cream, lube. Oh, I wouldn't give that to you guys. And shoelaces. So let's say you go into a situation where you've been stabbed or something. That does happen, unfortunately, with our street-based workers. You can tie the shoelaces around you to stop the bleeding.
Okay.
That's about it. Because everything else is a little bit higher level. So I would honestly rather teach a class about that so that you guys know what you should have in your kit. Because I used to walk around, well, my whole kit's downstairs in the car, but I used to walk around.
Yeah.
with.
Awesome. Thank you so much. This has been amazing and really informative.
You're welcome. And I'm just happy to answer questions, you guys. I went to school for this, so let me give you the information I had to pay for.
Thank you. We really appreciate you.
We love doing this work, maintaining a platform for sex workers to tell their stories, entertaining and educating the public. If you love our podcast, please consider donating. We are now a 501c3, so your donations would be considered tax deductible. Go to yasstore.shop/donate and easily send us some support to help keep this podcast going. That's yasstore.shop/donate.
YAS Podcast is produced by YAS Work, which is a nonprofit dedicated to educating and entertaining audiences about sex work through media. Learn more about how you can get involved in the podcast and our organization by visiting yaswork.org. That's YASWORK.org.